Roy, we're leaving in like 5 days. Are you excited?
Yeah.
To leave Arizona?
Yeah.
And go to Moab?
Yeah.
And then go home?
I'm out of here.
I'm really excited, and Freya's really excited. We're gonna go see the red dirt, Froy. The red dirt. Yeah. I'm gonna see scorpions and spiders. We're gonna see some arches and some fossils. Yeah.
And some big holes in the ground.
Big old holes in the ground. We are about to leave Tucson, go up towards Moab with a couple of stops, hopefully in Petrified Forest and then Canyon de Chelly. And I hope I'm saying that right, and if not, I guess we'll find out when we get there. We have a couple of tasks to do around here. We've been in Tucson in the exact same spot for about 6 months now, so everything in here needs to get organized. And we also need to make sure that we are valid to drive on the roads. So we did get everything re-registered December 31st, which Idaho, it's so annoying for recreational vehicles that you have to go with the calendar year, but whatever, that's its own thing. We got some stickers to put on the back of the trailer. So let's go ahead and get that ready to go, get this place ready to go, and let's get to Moab. The park that we've been staying in is a 55+ community, which has actually been really nice. I feel like it's been pretty peaceful. It's kind of nice. I don't know, like it's just so calm and chill, but they got some wild stories. I'll tell you that. I was just putting on the stickers and whew, they told me about a story of someone that they saw not wearing a helmet while on their dirt bike, and we're getting ready to use our dirt bike in Moab. And just wear your helmet, people. Wear your helmets, and also drivers, watch out for motorcyclists. You know, obviously dirt bikes are a little bit different, but just watch the road. I got something in my eye. But be cautious out there. You have worked too hard to make your brain a beautiful, beautiful thing for you just to like hurt yourself on a motorcycle. Be safe and have fun. One thing I really love that we have done has been the menu, and then also our bills board. And then like on our bills board, we also have kind of like what we're doing. So that way when we're planning our bills out, we're also able to kind of have an idea of what we're doing throughout the month. Right now it's our move out checklist because we're leaving, which is so crazy. Obviously there's not a lot of space that you have that needs to be organized before leaving, but we have been here for 6 months, and so there are just going to be things that are out that would get tossed around if we were not to pick them up. So we're cleaning everything up. Over here on my side of the bed, I also need to go through and clean up some stuff. I'm really excited to start sharing some more poetry-like items with you guys, and so I have these composition notebooks. I've been kind of leaning into like the things I liked as a kid, because it really just feels the most like pure joy to me. And I realized that if I'm hitting a writer's block and like just not feeling motivated to write at all, maybe I should try writing in composition notebooks, because that's what I was always like taught to use for any sort of, you know, English class in the past or writing class. You use a composition notebook. Why? I don't know, but it's been helping the brain to flow. So can't be mad about it. New ideas. Sun tea made in the desert tastes just a little bit different. I'm excited for lakeside tea though. There's nothing better than brewing some tea while out camping and then going on the kayak and then needing to pee the entire time you're on the kayak. Gosh, I can't wait for the Northwest. These guys need some new batteries. Yeah. Oh. These postcards that we have not yet sent, these are from Tombstone, like the weekend after Valentine's Day. It's almost April. I wonder if this can go up here. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna do that. And if it falls on me in the middle of the night, then that is my own dang fault. Cute. That was a gift to us from Melissa and Shay, and I love those people. We're really excited to get back home to see a lot of our favorite people. Oh my gosh, don't look at the dishes behind us. That's just part of it, okay? We don't got no dishwasher. But we're really excited to see our friends and family back home. It's been so long. We had our friend Ryder come visit back in January, which you can see the visit on our channel. And my mom and her fiance were here for a little bit in December right before Christmas, which was nice. But other than that, like, we haven't had guests or really like much further social interaction. I'm really excited just to kind of get back to a little bit of home, a little bit of the familiar. And we're gonna actually be home first with my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary, and if that isn't goals, I don't know what is. That's kind of some of the motivation here. Truthfully, we probably would not be coming home so early. Home, of course, being Sandpoint, Idaho. However, this is a really exciting opportunity to get to see a lot of different family members that I haven't seen in a very long time, and some that Eric probably hasn't even met yet. So that's going to be taking a lot of energy, but we are gearing up for it. Spending 2 weeks in Moab before going home and getting down with the craziness. So, through this video, I do kind of want to talk about a couple of things that people are often asking us about, because living in an RV, it's not, you know, van life, and it's not living in a trailer, like a you know, like a mobile home. It's kind of somewhere in the middle where your dog is crazy also, which I guess applies to generally both of those. Does everybody just have crazy dogs? Yeah, a crazy dog, the crazy boy. So why the heck do we live in an RV? Simple answer is that we do want to live a little bit more nomadically, a little bit more on our own terms, I would say. I kind of got to a point with renting where we rented a place that if I could live there forever, we would have. And it made me really sad but like we're just not in a position to buy right now. But when it comes to purchasing land, instead of buying a house or buying something that's a little bit more established, you know, we have more of those options. And so I think we really do want to go kind of the barn dominium sort of style, you know, build a pole building, have that, you know, be a place where we can store the trailer, maybe put an apartment in it. That's kind of the goal here. And so we'll see, you know, what this all brings us, but ultimately I was just in a spot where I was done renting. I was really, really ready for us to be in something of our own. And we had lived in an RV before. We were traveling all across the west side of the US. We actually had a couple different trailers and all of them fit our needs just a little bit differently. And so that really inspired us to kind of the van life side of things, which is why we ended up purchasing our Volkswagen van again, which we call Gobi. We bought the van again because we knew that we still wanted to adventure, but we just could not beat the cost of living. Paying rent and going on trips was just not something that we could do, and it wasn't going to be in our budget, and that's just something that we really did recognize. Purchasing a trailer and having the payment for it plus having spot rent, it's a lot cheaper and still a way for us to have a home base while we do go out and explore. We could of course just live in the van, but for me and for the work that I do, that is not something that is going to be feasible. It's not going to be something that's comfortable, and I think that this is a really happy medium. And so that's why we have really liked the idea of being semi-stationary in our RV, camping in our van again, and just exploring any other way that we choose. Eric does DoorDash, and so he has his car that's really fuel efficient to take us places that, you know, might be a little bit far, but it'll all be paved and easy to navigate. I have the FJ. We have the FJ. And that is very well capable to take us over any type of terrain and haul this trailer. The FJ Cruiser has a max towing capacity of around 5,000. We've never gone above like probably 36,000, I would say, in weight, just because I don't want to stress the vehicle, and there's really just no need to. So if you're able to keep the weight down, do that, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. Sometimes that might mean that you put a whole bunch of crap into one vehicle that is, you know, coming alongside, but there's always ways to lighten the load. Even when you go cool places and buy new things, you might want to just ship it to your home base. And for us, that actually ends up being our post office, that I'm very thankful for our in-laws because they go to check that for us. So just to kind of give you an idea of what RV life really does give to us, because it allows us a little bit more financial freedom to go do the things that we want to go do. And yes, that's a compromise in space and privacy in a way too.
Good job, Liv.
But as times change, as we have fewer things that we need to be responsible for, I do think that we'll be able to tap back into a lot of those adventures. Truth be told, when we were traveling back in 2021, I was still a student, and so we were kind of just doing everything off of student loans. And as a communications major, I was able to blog about all the different places we were going and kind of, you know, the things going on in the world, because you know what was going on in the world in 2021. We don't need to get there. But at that time, neither of us were really working. We very quickly determined that that was not a feasible way to do this, especially not understanding social media and how to continue to like work and get brand promotionals. You know, working in that industry was something that we had no idea how to do, and we're still really learning about that. I hope that if you're watching this, you would be interested in following along, subscribing, and then just checking us out on the different social media platforms. It's something we're putting a lot more time and effort into, which, I don't know, makes me feel really good. So, who knows? Someday we'll have everything paid off. We won't need to be making as much money. Maybe we can go ahead and shift how this channel looks. But we're really excited to share it with you guys. Copilots Explore is doing some really neat things, and so I'm really glad that we've started to make all these full-length videos and kind of getting to know each other here. Because ultimately, I don't know, we want to share this with people who care about what we're doing, and you've tuned in. So thank you for caring, and yeah, we're gonna do some cool stuff. A couple years ago, we got a whole bunch of these little containers from the Dollar Tree. They fit really, really nicely up in here. They kind of give me a good way to organize specific stuff together. This one will be a little bit more miscellaneous, but I also like to use Ziplocs. Keep it organized. So another question that we get from you guys actually pretty frequently too is, after all these trailers, did you finally find one that you like? And that's a complicated answer. I think that the layout of this is fantastic. The weight that it is perfect for the tow vehicle that we have. I love that they're solar. I love that it doesn't feel like it's crappy. Like, we looked at a few, the outside doors just felt flimsy, and, you know, other things just didn't feel quite right about it. And so, for those reasons, its durability, its quality, and the layout, those were the things that we really, you know, liked about it when we purchased it. I do think, though, that there has been quite a few different problems with this trailer. We do understand that, you know, people are curious about this lifestyle, and if you're tuning in, you probably want to know a little bit about what to look for and what to be cautious of. Even when you're going with a dealer, it cannot be guaranteed that it's a great trailer. And actually, that's kind of why I would maybe say, if you're looking to buy a trailer used, get something that's used. But I would maybe say find something where you won't have payments, or at least payments that you won't have for a very long time. That way you can also go ahead and just explore and enjoy the experience and not have that expense attached to it. Our first 3 trailers were all paid in full. We didn't have any sort of payment on that. And now, with us needing to have a payment on this, it is something that, like, I don't know, doesn't always feel good. And so take that for what you will. We need to keep cleaning. I don't know if you guys can see these very well. Let me show you. So I have these little beads that I made, and these little seed pods that I clear coated, and then this is a little flower that I dipped in some Mod Podge. And I'm going to attach these to a dream catcher that I'm making. It's looking pretty awesome. In Moab, I'm really anticipating that we're going to be in a lot more remote of areas. And so that means we can blast the speaker. So I'm going to have that front and center up in here. That way we can just go ahead and grab that and bust it out. Oh. I miss dispersed camping. I'm so excited that this is how we're going to spend our last little bit of time in the desert, at least for this portion of the year, because Moab, first of all, coolest place ever. Canyonlands is my favorite national park ever. We've been to 14 now, maybe 15, and 14 or 15. But anyways, out of the 14 or 15 that we've been to, out of all of the national parks that we have been to, Canyonlands, it's my favorite. Schaefer Trail, coolest thing that I've ever done. Thank God that Eric was driving because I could never. We spent about 2.5 weeks there, I think, before, and it was some of the best times ever. The Moab Brewery is one of my favorite places. The gem shop is Fossil Rock Gem Shop. Is the coolest place ever. Go in there and learn a little bit more about the Utah Raptor. I think you'll find some interesting things and interesting people that you'll want to meet if you're in the fossil game. Yeah, just dispersed camping is something that I love. Being away from the cities, being away from people, being away from service, just being out in the middle of nowhere. That's my absolute favorite. And so we're excited to get some dispersed camping in before going home to, you know, spending a lot of time with family and a lot of people and, you know, just general expectations. So it'll be really nice to have that time, just the 3 of us with Freya. And, yeah, Moab is where my heart lies. This is Valentino Javier, the javelina. I guess he can go ahead and hang out up here for our travels. Now that we have that organized, let's go ahead and focus on my side of the bed. Okay, so my side of the bed might look like it's horrible, but it's really not that bad. It's not that bad. I really want to burn some stuff, probably while we're in Moab. I got a few different pieces of wood to burn. This is one that I picked up last summer and I just never got to it. I was at Walmart and these belts were all $3. And so I got a whole bunch of different sizes because I want one for myself. And then I wanted a few to be able to burn or paint or dye or whatever, and go ahead and resell those. Not for $3, I'm sorry, but they're gonna be really cool and I'm gonna put a lot of great time into it. So keep an eye out if we have those on the Copilots Explore website. I don't know, I think this year, while we are focusing on health and wealth, we're really finding that that's allowing us to understand you know, kind of some of the things that we're good at, understanding our strengths and weaknesses. And I guess that comes through, you know, with a lot of different walks in our life, because that's financial, that is emotional, that is physical. You know, what are those restraints and what are those things that we succeed at? I don't know, it's really cool to kind of navigate that together. And especially, like, we've been married for
Woo! We're married!
It's like 1 year and 3/4. And so, like, we're still kind of in the newlywed phase, but also coming out of it. And so it's really cool just to kind of get to do these things together. Find you a partner like that, that's all I gotta say. Is it the next day? And am I wearing the same outfit? Yes. Ah. But I want to paint my car. Maybe it'll show up better when I do a second coat. But I just want people to know it's a girl car. So I am absolutely loving the way that this is starting to look. So I'm going to go ahead and do a second coat and then probably clear coat it today after I'm done with my hair. Why am I doing this when we're literally moving tomorrow? I don't know, but that's okay. I definitely need to start the laundry soon, but I don't want to yet. I probably would not suggest doing it this way, but it's my car. And truthfully, I had nail polish on it before. I'll get it cleaned up, but that looks good enough for me for right now. Something happened to this quarter and it does not fit in the slot. This ended up being really successful. I love the way that this looks. The purple actually pops really well. And obviously the further away, the better it looks. But I'm actually really happy with how the clear coat ended up glossing it so nicely. So happy with that. I kind of am not sure if I hit the bottom parts of this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do a bottom coat. The cutest troll ever. I'm gonna turn the slide on. Okay. It's our last sleep in Tucson. Right now. I want to know, in this last 6 months or whatever that we've been here, what has been your favorite thing or your favorite moment, or like what's like Tucson's awesome?
I like the teddy bears.
Yeah.
What about you?
I really think the sunsets are cool.
Yeah.
And tonight's sunset was extra cool because I felt like it went all the way from that like red blood orange color all the way into like the yellow and blue and green colors. So kind of just, I don't know, it was really cool.
Spiky teddy bears.
A good dog. A very good dog. Oh,
Lambs.
such a sweet. We are leaving Tucson in probably about 5 hours, which is absolutely crazy. Eric's gonna go ahead and get everything else ready to go, but oh my goodness, it's almost time to leave. We're ready to go. You're gonna drive Jessica, and I'm gonna drive the follow vehicle, the getaway car. Do you know where the wild things go? They go along to take you, honey. Right down now we build your breakfast. Now let's say my love, love. You know what would really suck? If I was following the wrong trailer this whole time. It is 10:41 and we just got to the place that we thought we would be sleeping at, but it is not it. So we're coming out of this canyon and hopefully we'll find somewhere. We'll find somewhere, but hopefully we find somewhere soon. Okay, quick update. We just gained like 2,500 feet in elevation, so it's really freaking cold in this cute little town that we're in. We're gonna go see if we're able to go just like pull up at the Walmart for the night. The rest area that we stopped at, it was not gonna work out. It wasn't something where you could actually be overnight, and the slope was really bad, but we're gonna just see if we can go make Walmart home for the night. We've stayed at plenty of Walmarts in the past, so I'm not too worried about it, but this is a really small, quiet mountain town. At least that's the impression I've gotten so far, and it's cold. So I'm really hoping we can just pull up at Walmart and get the propane pumping through the heater so we can get warm, because I'm freezing. What's it?
Not much. Where's this place at?
This Walmart? Let's find it. Good old trusty Walmart.